Yeah, I'm a gamer.
God damn it, why won't Veronica return my calls? That fucking bitch, Gamers Rise Up.
You're an alcoholic.
Go sit in the middle of the road and let a car run over you. Give me $200.
Thanks, guys, for listening. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Two Fine Looking Brothers podcast. We're going to wrap up for tonight, but hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys next time.
So...
Okay, you stuck around long enough for the secret podcast.
The after credit scene, basically.
This is the after show. What's going on, guys? We're here with the Two Fine Looking Brothers podcast after show. I'm your host, Josh K.
And my name is, it's Kevin Fart. It's a porn parody of Ride Along with Kevin Hart, but it has to do with flatulence. I'm Kevin Fart. That's me.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah.
Nerf this.
Neff to this.
I'm working my way tonight through a, you saw in the video I was drinking the black cherry Dr. Brown's. I have since finished that, and I am now into a cream.
Yeah. Cream? You're an alcoholic.
Dr. Brown's is like, Diet Dr. Brown's is like the best substance ever created.
It really is. It's great.
It's great. Unfortunately, they don't have giant bottles of celery.
That's actually a travesty. And
it is a complete atonement.
It's a complete atonement. Dr. Brown deserves to be hanged for his crimes.
I wonder what Dr. Phil would have to say about that. This is such a mess. Let's actually start the podcast. Okay.
Hello.
So
what is up?
Hello, guys. Welcome to the newest exciting adventure of the Two Fine Looking Brothers. Speaking of absolute travesties, it was a complete atonement, an absolute travesty that I was not at SuperCon this weekend.
Josh missed a great convention.
I missed a great convention. I had PitCon by myself. But you know what? I want to hear all about it. I heard some glimpses. I heard some other things. I want to hear everything. That's what this podcast is. This is Zach recaps Alberto, Jen, and Zach. Was anyone else there?
My brother was there for a little bit.
Okay, well, the adventures of some people at SuperCon. I want to hear all about it. Now, take it away, Zachariah.
All right. First thing I would like to say is go watch SuperCon the movie, because that is going to give you a visual of what happened.
All of them, or the newest one?
The newest one, obviously.
When does it come out?
Don't date the podcast, Josh.
I'm peeling off the thing, so now it's just a labelless bottle of brown liquid.
Anyway, we're not going to talk about any specifics of the movie, mainly because it is not made yet. I've not started it, but
it's going to be months before this movie comes out.
I'm getting the footage. I'm going to make it tomorrow.
Okay.
Today I did some other stuff. I had to pick up my Switch from Target.
Buy a Switch. Tell this story.
Oh yeah, Target had a huge price error last night, and I got a Switch for $180 off. So it was yesterday. Alberto and Jen were like, you should buy a Switch. It's got a bunch of stuff on it. And I was like, I don't really know. And then last night it rolls around. It's Target price error. Get 70% off anything. It's oh, okay.
I'll buy a Switch.
Okay, I'll buy a Switch for
yeah, I mean, my thing, the reason I haven't bought a Switch yet is because I know I'm only ever going to play one game on it, if that makes sense. I'm going to play Breath of the Wild, and then the system is done. That's the thing, I don't, really play video games anymore. So it's I know what's going to happen. I'm going to buy it, Breath of the Wild, finish Breath of the Wild, and then I will never touch the Switch again. And I'm I don't want to pay $300 for that.
That is the same thing with me, which is why I'm considering selling it.
Don't sell it.
Why?
Sell it to me for 100.
I'll sell it to you for $250. $50 discount.
So, tell me about Super Hot Fire Con
Super hot
20
fire.
20 whatever 2018.
It was very fun, and it was probably the most relaxed 4-day convention I've ever been to.
You didn't like have really anything you wanted to do, right?
Yeah, it was so like it was. There was no stakes ever. It was all like
That's great.
it was like
amazing.
there was no
like a
like
4-day party.
panicking about anything. It was like I don't really want to pay for food here, so let's like walk somewhere and get it. Yeah, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the parking wasn't good, but it's like, you know, let's not freak out about it. You know, it's like $5 per person extra. So it's like it's not worth, you know, it's not worth stressing about stuff that is not that much of an effect.
Did you get heat stroke again?
I did not. We were much smarter about like walking and like drinking water. Obviously, drinking water is for water drinkers, but sometimes you just gotta stay cool in the heat.
Did you drink a beer at 9 a.m. without drinking any water and then walk like 30 minutes in the sun?
That never happened.
It's a myth. It's a modern myth.
But no, like we bought like a case of water before, and then like always had water on us.
Perfect.
And then like everything. It was just so relaxed and like well planned.
I'm so happy that it went out like that.
Yeah.
Because you know what, there's always like.
So manageable.
It's usually like most like last con, the only thing that wasn't relaxed, I'd say, was the heat stroke, if that makes sense.
It was very
like
hot,
everything,
and getting between places is always a struggle because it's like as soon as you step outside, you feel like you're dying, and but like it's like you have to think of the walk between places as like a planned journey. So you like get all your supplies ready, you get your water, you get your like, all right, you don't wear anything too hot, and you get ready and you take like the shortest route and you go, and you have a plan in mind and you go, and then
you don't just wander looking for something to eat.
Yeah, you drink plenty of fluids. I mean, we did that like once, but we're like all right, the farthest we'll go is Publix, and we'll see if there's anything on the way. And then we ended up at PDQ, which was like by there.
That's like a chicken place, right?
Yeah, it was really good.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I'm glad it went like that, because there's always like, usually it's most part, like I feel like early cons, it was the entire time with stress. Like, it was a fun stress, but it was still stress. And I feel like as we got older, it became less and less stress. Now it's at the point where I'd say, I'm glad you didn't have this. Because now I'd say it's at the point where there's, like, one big incident, and then the rest is good, if that makes sense. That's usually what happens.
This con was stress level 0. There was, like...
Did you get screwed with any lineups or anything like that at all?
I think we did, like, one lineup. And basically... we got like a fast pass because of the hotel, and I didn't want it, so Alberto and Jen took it, and they just used the fast pass, and they were done in like 5 minutes.
That's perfect. It was did they get to meet Tara Strong or?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Other than that, it was just very relaxed. I don't think it's ever worth waiting in lines in SuperCon anymore. Everyone charges, and if they don't, then it's a 2-hour wait.
Okay, I'd say if you're meeting someone that you're like a really big fan of, it's worth it just to meet them. Like, you know what I mean? If I had never met any of the Ruby people before, I would wait for them.
If
But
I
the fact that
liked
you have
Ruby-
met them, it's kind of like you're only gonna go up if there's no line. Like if you already met them, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth like the
I would go up to meet Miles, and just like be like, Miles,
go up to and go. You're an alcoholic.
you're an alcoholic. Give me $200. Really, he should be paying me to give me his signature.
Please take it. I don't know. Up the price.
Please, I'll give you like $30. Let's make it 50. Come on, I just want someone to have a signed thing for me. Anyway.
Too bad everyone liked Volume 5 except for us, so.
Imagine enjoying Volume 5.
I mean, that's like 90% of the people that watch Volume 5. Like we're in the severe minority on not liking Volume 5.
Yeah, that actually kind of fucks me up.
Yeah, like it's weird that us not thinking Volume 5 is the best volume is not a popular opinion. Which it's like Battle of Five Meals.
But eventually the opinion on Battle of Five Meals turned around where people consider Battle of Five Meals a terrible movie. Right? Right? I'm not crazy.
Everyone in the theater. Woo! Why am I eating pretzels in the middle of a podcast? At least the mic doesn't seem to be picking it up.
I mean, I can hear it.
Well,
hold on.
I'm a pretzel eating
people
liberal.
people consider Battle of Five Meals to be bad now, right?
I feel like
They
it's
consider-
still, I think it's still mixed. Like I feel like everyone that likes it though acknowledges that they like it for like almost like a, you know what I mean? It's like ignore the bad parts and just enjoy it.
But like people
kinda way.
consider that trilogy to be a mistake.
Even like it's weird because the first one I'd still say very good movie. Because the first one was very good. And then the second and third were just like the second one I was in denial and said it was good at the time. And it's the second one isn't bad in the same way that Battle of Five Armies is, if that makes sense. The second one's just bad because it sucks and it's boring. The third one's just a travesty of filmmaking, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the second one's just like, it just has nothing there. It's not like a bad made movie.
That is the same exact way I described it.
Yeah.
Do you ever think the opinion on Ruby will turn around? Where people are like,
I don't know.
Or look back
what was
on
the
it
panel
and
like?
like-
What was the panel atmosphere like? Because Team Ruby was like at your convention. Like, what was like the atmosphere like?
I mean, the people like, you mean the voice actors?
Just like, what did it seem like? Was everyone like kind of hyped about Ruby, or was it like more like?
Everyone fucking loves Ruby. It's like I don't understand. Ruby's like the most popular it's ever been, and
It
it's
is, yeah.
also the
Everyone
worst
loves
it's ever
Volume
been.
5.
I don't.
Hey, you know what? I have to say, I'm impressed.
Yeah, I legitimately do not understand that. Like, I do not understand new age Ruby fans. I need to talk to more of them.
Yeah, like I honestly, like I'm genuinely fascinated. Like I'm fascinated by the people that are saying Ruby is the best it's ever been. Because like I want to understand it, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like I want to like see where they're coming from. And I think it also comes from a position of being 14 and on Tumblr. But I could be wrong. No, I feel like everyone likes it now. I mean, I don't. What do you think? Because like Murder of Birds, who's like the biggest like Ruby advocate, he said he still very much loved Volume 5, but he said it had a lot of problems and discussed the problems. I think
That is as close to Murder of Birds saying he doesn't like it as I think he will ever get.
Yeah.
I don't think he will ever say that Ruby is bad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But like, man, it sucks to be a Ruby fan. It sucks.
We should start a Make Ruby Great Again campaign.
God.
Make the hats. go to conventions dressed up.
God, there was a really
we
good,
get like destroyed.
There was a really good Donald Trump cosplay at at SuperCon. It was interesting. Oh, by the way, I followed Greg Sipes and then unfollowed him, just like immediately.
Oh, of course.
Because he just instantly became Trump mom.
I cannot follow Tara Strong on any social media in any capacity. Great actress, but I cannot like follow her personal I can only enjoy her work in other pieces of media. I cannot follow her as a personality.
At her panel, someone was like, thank you for campaigning against Trump. You're doing the world a service. Thank you. Resist.
Boy.
Hashtag resist. And she's like,
Resist.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah, I fucking...
You don't know what she's talking about. How many times have you used... She's probably used that hashtag.
No, I was making that up. I was just saying that. I don't remember what they actually said.
Whose panel were you at where they tried to, like, goat him?
I was just about to talk about that.
Okay.
The disparity between, like, the awkwardness of every Tara Strong panel. Where you've been to a Tara Strong panel.
Yeah, I remember enjoying it.
They are so awkward. They're like...
I mean, a lot of autistic people ask questions, but...
Yeah. Tara Strong panels are dreadfully awkward. Because
that sounds hilarious.
It's not even funny. It's just pathetic. She just doesn't know how to answer questions that are bad. And she's got like an assistant up there, and the assistant will try and stop people, and it's awkward, and But William Shatner.
We've just been looking at each other.
Yeah, you know William Shatner. Mm-hmm. Like the opposite of Tara Strong. William Shatner, when he gets up on stage and he's like, what is my chair doing all the way back here? And he grabs his chair and he brings it all the way to the front of the stage, only him on stage, and he's like, all right, why is the mic all the way so far back? Bring it closer. And he
pause for a second.
Yeah.
What brought you guys to go to a William Shatner panel in the first place?
We're like, I think Jem wanted to get a picture of him. And then we were so entranced by his talking, like his speaking, that we just stayed for the whole time.
That's I can imagine him being a great panelist.
He's the best panelist I've ever seen. He'd be given like the worst question and turn it into an incredible speech on something like slightly related. It's kind of incredibly impressive. Nothing at his panel was awkward in the slightest. It was great.
It's like when we went to the Stan Lee panel. That was me, Alberto, and Chen. He would just like yell at people when they asked shitty questions.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like that? Like someone asked someone go up and ask him like obscure 90s comic book question, and it's like he didn't write comics in the 90s. He created the characters in the 60s and then fucked off. Why are you asking about X-Men issue number 92 where this happened? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, don't do that.
Yeah, he did the same. I don't know. It's really interesting. I hope they put that panel up because
I'll watch it.
It's a really interesting watch. Like,
am I gonna hear over like the crowd?
The crowd when he's talking is silent. Everyone is listening to him. It's like he's like a politician giving an engaging speech. It's absurd.
Can William Shatner be one of those like celebrity actors that like runs for president, like Arnold Schwarzenegger?
He's Canadian. He can't.
Oh shit. I'm American.
But yeah, that was a interesting panel that we stumbled into, and then ended up being really good. Yeah, that is about all there is to say.
So, any good show floor stories? Like, any cool finds? Any cool booths?
Have you heard the Aqua story? Yeah.
Aqua, my
Yeah.
wife.
We're just
Tell
walking
it
by
again,
and we
tell
hear
it again.
someone like run past behind us and go, "Aqua, my wife. I need to get a picture with you."
Oh no!
It was-
I'm going to start doing that. I will. Like, so it's now what I'm going to do at cons.
We were
In, like, full hunter
immediately
costume, I'm
like
gonna go, Aqua, my
dying.
wife.
It was so funny.
God. So, like, I feel like at this point politics have fully invaded cons.
No,
Am I right?
well, not
Like,
they
they were supposed to be kind of like a barrier where, like, no one everyone knew kind of to, like, not mention this shit. But I feel like it's not a thing anymore. I feel like it's gotten so bad that it's, like, leaked in. I see it all the time on, like, social media and shit.
I would say when you're at the con, there's pretty much no politics, but like
Good.
it's like it kind of all dissipates, right? Like right, like the panelists refuse to acknowledge it while it's on while they're like there. But as soon as they leave, it all starts back up. Yeah, but you know, people who attendees are dumb and will always continue to be dumb.
Yeah, that's true. And okay, I attribute a lot of the dumb questions and the dumb shit to autism, and that's, like, not meant to be, like, insulting. Like, you get what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a lot of the people that ask shitty questions are actually autistic, and it's not really their fault. Hey, Zach, how do I get into voice acting?
That question was asked. We went to a panel that was, how do I get into voice acting? And
Why'd you go to that?
I don't know, but that was the first panel they chose, and I was like, why are we letting you guys choose the panels?
I would have gone just, like laugh about it.
It ended
you know
up
what I
being
mean?
it ended up being pretty good. I think.
I feel like a panel that's dedicated to that's fine. Like, it's just, like, an interesting, like, panel. But every single panel, it's like, how do I get into voice acting, right?
Yeah, it was. And then it was like, how do I get into voice acting? And then someone was an actor. It's like, how do I get into acting?
Oh,
And God, yeah, every panel. How do I get in contact with an agent? Well, just use Google. Like, just Google it.
Yeah, like, why would you ask this at a... Okay, even, like, it's still bad, but even just going up to their booth and asking them personally isn't as bad as just uprooting the panel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's dumb, and yeah, and like trying to ask for, like, a picture. Also, they had
Stop. Go to there's literally a time for you to go to their booth and take pictures with them. It's a time that's set aside.
This is why I think people should just do, like, informative panels instead of Q&As. Like, just choose a topic and talk about it. Basically, like, Dana and Guy don't really do, like, Q&As, quote unquote. But
they do interactive, like, discussions.
yeah, they'll do interactive stuff if, like, the crowd
I'd say
is
Dana
not
and Guy
terrible.
are, like, the best panelists. You know what I
They
mean?
100% are, because they know what they're doing.
God, how are Dana and Guy at this con? Did you see them on, like, in the hotel in the elevator and shit?
No, we didn't stay at the same hotel. But did you hear like what they were doing at this con?
No.
They got booked for, like, at least 10
Oh yeah,
panels.
they got looked for, like someone was like they're not at their booths all day, right?
Yeah, it's because they were at panels constantly. We finished one panel, and they were like, all right, well, see ya. We got another panel in 45 minutes. we're gonna go.
Just get really drunk.
Yeah, we're gonna
And
go.
just
They
do
were
it.
drinking throughout the entire thing. It was great. Yeah.
That's literally what I would do. If I had panels all day, I'd start drinking in the morning. And then by the end of the day, imagine how good the panel... You won't remember the panels.
Yeah.
can't wait till I become like an actual successful author and do like, instead of like people are gonna try to do Q&A, want me to do Q&A panels, I'm just gonna do like Dana Snyder, Guy Hutchison style panels.
You call on someone and then just ignore their question.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I won't call on anyone. I'll just be like, okay, they advertise it at the Q&A, but nah.
I think we went to 3 of their panels, and one of them was about the topic. One of them,
oh god,
the first one.
Did they do Chest Friends again?
No, the first one.
That game show.
The first one was the 2-hour, like Drunk on Disney Thursday night special, which the 2-hour ones, and you just feel like death afterward. It ran overtime. Basically, they couldn't get the like adapter working to show things on the screen, so like Dana brought someone up on stage to like show him how to use a squat potty. The guy.
What was the people? There were 2 people like making out in the crowd.
Okay. So
Dana
okay. He brought.
I saw pictures.
It was like the most intimate panel. They had it in like the second biggest ballroom in the place, and there were like, I don't know, maybe 50 people there. It was like maybe 2 rows.
That's great.
It was like maybe 2 rows spread in like the first row, and then like the first 3 seats in the middle, like column. You know, like by like the center. They. He's like, I needed a volunteer to like teach, and so he brings someone like. He like brings someone up on stage and has them like do like the squat potty motion with him. and he's criticizing. He's like, no, you need feet flat. No, you're gonna hit your legs on the outside walls. They need to be straight. They don't bring toilet paper, so you need to bring your own. And I'm like,
is this in space? Like, what is he referring to?
China.
Oh,
squat. You can't squat in space.
Oh, you're talking about like like the ones in all like the
squat potty.
The mangoes.
Yeah, like a hole. So, basically,
they don't have toilet paper.
Not in most bathrooms. You got to bring your own.
How many people just don't wipe in China?
Most people. Anyway, so. He brings him up on stage to do it, and they're like, all right, well, whatever, just take a seat. And he sits up on stage with them. For the rest of the panel, this is at the beginning. He's up there.
Alberto's panel.
He's up there for 2 hours. Yeah. Except Alberto was up there for 5 minutes. This guy's up there for 2 hours. Eventually someone else buys Dana and Guy a beer, like the local one. Dana doesn't like it. And gives it to the other guy, to the guy sitting on stage who did the squat potty.
Perfect.
People were like making out during the squat potty explanation, so Dana starts ripping on them. Pretty much, they're just like roasting the audience the entire time, as they do.
Of course, yeah.
At some point, Guy is trying to tell the guy on stage is like begging Guy to finish a joke about 2 fleas, and like Abraham Lincoln. It's like a dirty joke that Guy messed up telling in a previous panel, and he's like you should finish telling it. You should tell it right this panel. And he's like, all right, and he starts telling it, and it's getting to like the explicit part, and then like a kid walks in the door. And Dana's like, kid alert, kid alert. And then Guy's like, oh, the Wiggles. and then they're like, oh, all right, can you like finish the joke in the Wiggles like metaphor? Like just using like Wiggles characters. And then Guy starts naming off all like the Wiggles characters, like all
like the obscure ones.
Huh? Like Captain Feathersword.
There's the octopus, right?
Yeah, the octopus was one of them.
Yeah, I remember that show.
I've never seen it, so we're like he's making these up, and then we look up Captain Feathersword, and it's a real character. We're like, oh my god,
Captain Feathersword a real character? I'm looking it up.
Yeah, it's real.
I remember when I was a little kid. This was like little kid before I knew anything. Yeah, Captain Feathersword, the pirate guy.
So
Before I knew anything, I thought the Wiggles and the Beatles were the same. When I was like a small child, like I just thought like the
They
Wiggles
are, right?
were the Beatles.
are they not?
They're the same. Yeah, of course they are.
Yeah,
yeah, I was right.
The Beatles from Australia.
The Wiggles.
Yeah, so
Because it was for like uniform looking guys, like with like the same haircut. You know what I mean?
yeah.
A small Josh was bound to get confused.
So then like the association between the Wiggles and like causing suicides happens. So then they're like improvising Wiggles lyrics about like killing yourself. And
oh no.
and like and so it becomes like an association game, and there keep being jokes about like people trying to walk into the panel not understanding anything that's happening and then leaving. Because it's like why are they talking about like Wiggles and people killing themselves, and like they're telling like jokes but with Wiggle skins, and they're talking about like people being turned on by squat potties. Like it got to such a level of obscurity in like the 2 hours that panel took, because it was all being improvised. It was great.
Perfect.
It was a great time. It was like, what is a Captain Feathersword? There's a lot of...
I'm looking like I've been like as you've been telling the story, I've been looking at the Google search for Captain Feathersword. I remember all these characters. There's like the octopus, the dog, the dinosaur girl. Yeah. Holy shit. I haven't watched this since I was like 3 years old.
Obviously
these
Guy
characters.
Hutchinson can name all of them.
Oh, of course, Guy Hutchinson would know everything about the Wiggles. Like, who else would? You know what I mean?
Like, why wouldn't he?
He wrote a book about Sesame Place. A full book about Sesame Place.
God.
I actually want to buy his Hall of Presidents book.
Eventually, like, Dana left the panel to go like watch a drag show. It was a drag show. And he's like I'm gonna go check it out and report back. And then Guy was left like entertaining the audience.
Oh, of course. Like Dana's not gonna stay for a full panel.
No. They're like all right. What's going on? I'm gonna scout it out and I'm gonna return with pictures.
Never return.
And then at some point, Guy like starts singing. I don't remember what song it was, but he starts singing a song, but with lyrics from Wikipedia, and he's doing like corn like bunion removal surgery. I need to find that video. Dana recorded it. It's so funny. Everyone in the audience is clapping and jamming along to Guy singing about corn removal surgery.
What's corn removal surgery?
Bunions.
Ah, fuck. Oh, God. Incredible con. It sounds great.
It was...
So how was, like, the show floor? Did you get any good shit?
I bought
any good, like, booths?
2 things.
Of course.
I feel
like when I'm not there, I'm not as bad of an... I feel like you buy less when I'm not there. I'm a bad influence.
There's just, like, nothing Literally, the show floor, exactly the same as last year. No one knew.
No different? No new booths?
No one knew.
At least it wasn't cut and paste full pop figure books and pull expensive comic book booths, as every New York con is here. There is no other option. You can't buy any merch at cons here other than expensive comic books and pop figures. They just don't have it. But yeah, was that booth back with like the bins of like Japanese stuff?
No, I looked for them the entire time. They weren't there.
Oh, that's like my favorite booth. No, they're always there. You just never find them. That's always what happens.
No, we found them last year. We looked every single... God, actually, the show floor was pretty disappointing this year.
Okay.
Because obscure Japanese booth was not there that I bought that awesome CD at, and a bunch of other stuff.
I take it that Love Live Japanese booth was there. 100%.
Yes, Love Live big Japanese booth was there. Still overpriced. Still huge. Didn't buy anything. Bought out their stock. Literally did not restock. Same shit as last year. The fuck.
God, they were at SwampCon too.
Huh? Yeah. The thing is, South Florida is such a vacuum that it's new stuff doesn't come in. Everything was the same as last year.
That's dumb.
I looked through everything. It's like I've already shopped all of this. I want to find something new. Everything was either Japanese.
It was just the leftovers from last year.
Yeah, it was stuff that I want to see but I've already seen, or bootleg T-shirts or bootleg posters.
Oh, God, I'm so sick of how many, I've started to notice it because I see more actual artists complaining about it. There's so many booths at every con that just sell other people's art.
They gotta they gotta put a stop to that at SuperCon.
Yeah, I'll go to I really started observing this at New York cons, because I would it's all I would do is go around the show floor. So I'd stop looking for stuff and start sort of analyzing the show floor, if that makes sense. I do it more from like a conzo journalist. Okay, what do I gotta think about here? And I started to notice trends. It's that you'll see multiple booths selling the same artwork at conventions, and that's the first strike. The second strike is when there's a bunch of different art styles at the same booth. And they're always not in Artist Alley. They're always in the general vendor area, selling stuff you'll find in Artist Alley, printed cheaply.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. They need to stop it.
So much bootleg stuff at the SuperCon.
Yeah. I wonder how many prints that we've bought in the past are bootleg and we just didn't know.
A few? I know a few are, but most of the stuff that I buy, make sure I know the artist.
Yeah. Any good Artist Alley artists?
No one. There was the developer of One Shot was there, which is cool, but
what's One Shot?
Huh? It's a game.
Double shot the drink heap on me.
Anyway, she's cool, but she's there every year, every con.
Okay.
No one knew. No,
Were there any cool guests or anything? I didn't even know because I wasn't going, so I didn't really look.
Every guest charged exorbitant amounts of money.
God.
There were 4 free guests, and the lines were ridiculous.
God. You still had a great time though. That's the thing. You still had a great time.
It was still fun to browse. It's still fun to
I'm gonna
do other stuff.
I'm gonna initiate a quick intermission right in the middle of this. We're gonna go right back to the con, but I have some important news. Welcome to the first installment of. Well, this is the first on-air installment of first episode of How Can This Possibly Be Good? I'm your host Joshua Clafter, and today we have a new film coming out. And you look at the poster. How can this possibly be good?
Well, no one can
Aquaman
see
poster.
what it is.
I just said it.
I can see what it is.
But I'm saying I just said it out loud so anyone could look it up. If we were trying to keep it a mystery, that's
sure. The Aquaman poster.
The movie Aquaman was great. Justice League was an absolute travesty of a film. It was an unfinished movie that wasn't done that they released, and it was absolutely horrible. And now they are making a first of the spin-offs of Justice League, I guess. And Zach, can you look at this poster and tell me if there's any chance in the world, any chance in any parallel dimension universe that this could possibly be a good movie?
All right. First strike against it is it's a superhero movie. And never in the history of film has a superhero movie been good. So, first strike against it. Second strike, it's a movie. it's very rare that a movie is good. Like 99% of movies are bad. So that's the second strike against it. And third, it has water. That's the biggest strike.
There you go. There you go. Back to the convention.
Two of those were serious. Can you pick out which two?
Subscribe and come back. Anyway, back to the convention itself. I want to hear about Saturday night because I heard about it, but I want to hear about it again.
Man, there is. I wonder how much I could talk about on here, but it was fucking.
I mean, you could say what happened. Like you're not showing anything, right?
It was madness. It was the. You remember the hentai cosplay contest?
Yes, I remember from last year. I remember that being madness. So you saying this, you having such a strong reaction to this year's, really piques my interest, because if this year's, you're having this reaction to this year's over last year's, it must mean this year's was really something.
Last year's was doodles compared to this year's. It was the same guy. Shimadetta was not there, unfortunately.
No.
I don't know where she went. But it was the guy, the big guy. He was there, and I guess they upgraded him because he was in like the second room last time. They brought him in. You know how it was like half filled, pretty much.
Yeah.
They brought him into the main panel room, and it was like it was like mostly filled, like the biggest room. It was probably like 5 times as many people there. And
how close were you guys to the front?
We were pretty close.
Okay.
I have a pretty good view.
Oh boy.
And then, but the running of the panel is when it starts, it's like, right, everyone who gets in needs their ID checked, right? It's like, all right,
yeah.
He gets in, he's like, all right, if you want to come up, come line up. That's no screening, no judging.
Oh my god!
Just come up, and I think last year must have been the first time they did it, right?
Yeah.
Because last year was like super small and it was very like impromptu, but it kind of got crazy. And this year they gave them like a bigger stage because it was so like popular. Yeah. I think people like rehearsed routines and stuff and like had costumes ready, and they call it a hentai cosplay contest, but like very few people are from hentai. It's
no,
really.
I think
it's just like it's like calling a bong a tobacco glass pipe.
Do you want to know what my theory is? When they're saying hentai costume contest, it is referring to the actual translation of the word.
No, because no. In the description,
contest.
they say dress up as your favorite character from a hentai, and come up. Come up and show off your costume.
I was just giving my hypothesis, but I'm wrong.
Come up and show off your costume. But I think it's more like selling a bong and calling it a tobacco water pipe, right? You know, no one's going to just like use it to smoke tobacco. So obviously, people come up and strip, essentially, and it like we're like immediately like talking to everyone around us. We're like, I don't know if this is gonna like top last year. Last year we saw boobs and stuff. It was crazy. And they're like, all right, no cameras this year. If you have a camera, you will be thrown out. And
shit.
And I was like, we're like, all right, well, that's when I texted you, Josh. I'm sorry. No, I was like, I can't record this, but I'm sorry. And then, a lot of, as you remember, there's a bunch of different types of people. There's like. People who obviously like lined up right then and there, like t-shirt dudes, as we call them.
Trying to be funny, yeah.
Yeah, gotta get up on stage and take off my t-shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there are people who like rehearse,
Uh-huh.
and there were crazy like routines this time. There was
Okay.
the entire time I'm losing my shit every time someone like does something. I'm standing up, I'm yelling, I like lost my voice.
Okay, I've determined this is a new vocabulary term, is at one of these shows, being fully erect means you're standing up because you were so astounded by what you were seeing.
Basically,
If that wasn't apparent already, that's what I used.
I decided I wanted to cheer anyone who was like putting in effort.
Yeah.
So, and also like another guy like behind me to my right was super into it and was like losing his shit and like crying, like tears were rolling down his face, and everyone was like losing their minds. Is great.
That sounds incredible.
I think I was the first one like actually screaming though. So like I was like yelling about, I wanted the dick reveal. I wanted someone to show a dick. So up walks this duo. It's a Robin and a Starfire.
Okay.
The Robin has like a visible bulge. You can see his dick and his balls.
Oh no.
His tights. And they bring up a chair with them. And the Robin like sits down in the chair, and the Starfire like does like a cartwheel, and her like like skirt falls up, and her like underwear has an R on it. It's like Robin's underwear. It's fucking.
Oh shit.
It was something. It was like it was rehearsed. It was they were there to play.
That sounds like the best panel.
Yeah. Honestly, it was so good. There were like, again, there were really, really attractive cosplayers. There was like one from the actual costume contest who came up on stage.
Damn.
Yeah.
What was she dressed up as?
Hordo from Spice and Wolf.
Oh, the wolf
Yeah.
girl. Oh yeah, I know her.
Yeah, it was good. There was like multiple people I saw around the convention. I was like, wow, they are very attractive. And then they came up on stage, and it's like, oh, yeah, I'm already stand up. I'm already yelling.
Did you get like an anime nosebleed? Do people get like anime nosebleeds?
Pretty much.
Well, that wasn't funny. Like, I meant to be funny there. I meant that to be a funny joke. I was like, haha, do people get anime nosebleeds? And then it was like the most unfunny delivery, unfunny question. Like, what is wrong with me? Why can't I be humorous? Why can't I develop humorous quips and bits?
Yeah. So
I should go. What does Dr. Phil say? I should go in the middle of the road and get hit by a car.
go sit in the middle of the road and get hit by a car. You're an alcoholic. Give me $200.
Yeah.
The it was crazy. There was like an Asuka bathing suit cosplayer who like almost won.
No.
Yeah.
Who won?
It was I don't know what her costume was, but she had like pasties on, and her boobs were just out. They were literally out. Like, there were multiple people who like just had pasties on. It was fucking something.
It was something. I can't wait. Okay, I'm making a vow. I'm making a vow. If I am at SuperCon next year, I will dress up as Hunter. I will go to the strip show, and I will strip in character.
Yeah.
I'm making that vow right now.
I will die.
Oh god. Am I gonna be the one? No, I'll probably just go down to underwear. Am I gonna be the one to
Dick
expose
reveal
myself?
and get thrown out.
You're not allowed to do that?
No.
Okay, yeah, I won't do it then. Fuck that.
Yeah, two guys like dry humped on stage, and I think they won. They won like best group or something.
Incredible. God, I wish I was there. I mean, I literally didn't come because I was dumb, and that's the only reason I'm upset. I'm not upset. If I genuinely could not make it, I wouldn't be upset. I'm only upset because I made a dumb decision and did not come. And it was like I could have easily come. If that, you get what I'm saying? Do you?
What?
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hello? Okay, yeah. So, yeah. That's the only reason. Like other than that though, how I look at these things is I'm happy one of the members of like the inner circle got to experience these things. And I count it as all of us experience it, if that makes sense.
I am. I've been looking on YouTube for someone to have illegally recorded a bootleg of the panel.
It's not gonna happen.
I'm really hoping for it. Just like
Zach wants some material.
It's in my mind, Josh. I don't need it. I want it for you. I want a visual.
I remember last year that was such a great shot in Super Gun the Movie when you played. What's the song called?
No, it was fucking Buttfuckers Anthem.
Buttfuckers Anthem. God. Any other crazy wild stories from the convention? Any other good stories? Because I feel like I've heard most of what you've said already.
I don't know.
Because we talked already, which was dumb. But what are you gonna do?
I'm not sure. Do you have like any ideas? Anything you want to hear about?
To go any other late night panels or just that?
Went to like one. It wasn't that good.
What was it?
It was some mod showcase. I don't know. It wasn't that interesting.
Any interesting cosplays? Any cool cosplays? I'm just trying to like.
I'm sorry. The girl who stripped on stage had a really good cosplay. She's the one who really she stuck out. The one I really remembered.
She made you stick out.
Yeah.
Zach stood fully erect.
What else?
I'm really excited for the movie.
I think the movie's gonna be.
If that gives you any encouragement to make it, because I'm interested to see what you did. I'm interested because I don't know what to expect. You know what I mean? I know one scene.
I do not remember what else.
I have no sneak peeks.
But something else happened.
Okay.
I honestly forgot what happened at the con, or what we filmed. Like
came in cosplay at this fucking convention.
Came in cosplay at this fucking convention. Yeah, I don't know. All in all, it was very relaxed. Not too much happened, but it was fun.
Yeah, good. How was back to the Ruby panels? I'm interested. Like, anything interesting happen?
What a fucking... I told you, like, someone walked up and was like... You've already heard all this. Someone walked up and was like... hey, it's... my name is, Jared. And Aaron was like, do you like Subway? And Barbara was like, do you like kids? And then Aaron's like, no, I take it back. That was hilarious.
I'm the real Jared.
Also, like, Aaron sort of spoiled something, maybe. I think Michael was probably joking, but then she was like, why won't Blake notice?
Good old
when Blake noticed Sun, and Aaron's like, because she's in love with Yang, and then Michael's like, spoilers, and Aaron's like, ah, shit, and then
Is that really spoiler? It's the new worst kept secret in Ruby is that Bumblebee is going to be canon. It's not going to be done well, but it will be canon. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Good old Aaron spoiling Ruby.
yeah, I can't believe she would just spoil Ruby like that.
What's the best Supercon?